Hey everybody, welcome back. Uh, Today we're just kind of having just a random chit chat talking about games.
Yeah,
Laurel was telling me earlier today about Friday the 13th. I've seen her play from time to time, but I haven't really gotten into it myself. She was really kicking butt today.
I love Friday the 13th.
Uh,
That's one of my favorite games.
so I
It's
know
really fun.
I know that one of the things you can do is get the car started and to get out that way. There's a boat.
Yeah, and for the first time, I got the car together by myself because I was on Xbox, so nobody had a mic. So nobody was communicating. And I just happened to spawn where the gas was. So I got the gas. I found the battery, and somebody had left the key on the ground. So I got it and got in the car. And I hunked, but some players think that you're going to run them over because people do that. I don't know why you would do that.
Because they're jerks. That's why.
But so I honked, but nobody came. And the guy that was standing right outside the car didn't even come. Chad, he was playing Chad's character. And I was like, I heard the music and I was like, I'm not staying here. So I took off. And usually I crash because I don't have much experience driving the car. I usually just help put together things or stuff like that. But I didn't crash and I got out and exited. I honked for people, but nobody came. So
that's all you can really do, right? You can give them the chance to come with you, but if they don't want to, you told me before the boat isn't a very good exit.
No, because Jason's a good swimmer. Well, some of the Jasons aren't as good at swimming, but still, they're all. Anyone that I've tried is pretty good in the water, and you can pretty much catch the person. But we do have players. On Switch, I play with expert players, and so there's some that can get out. I've seen some bad ass stuff on Switch.
And you told me that one of the guys taught you how to actually kill Jason?
Oh, a long time ago, yeah, when I was new to the game. Yeah, Mr. Boyd. Yeah. He would say, let's go to the shack, let's get this or that. And because you need a girl character, you need a female character to get Jason's mother's sweater. And then you get the axe.
Does she have to put it on?
She puts it on, yeah. She wears the dead mother's sweater, yeah. It is gross. So, and then you have to have Tommy. So Tommy has to be called Tommy Jarvis. So you need to get there and radio for him in order to kill Jason. Because if there's no Tommy, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
I prefer being the counselor because I don't like killing people as much. Some people like it, but I'm not so much. When I kill somebody, I'm like, sorry.
I saw you though. You're really good as Jason. You had taken out I think almost all the people that were in the lobby with you.
Well, one escaped in the car.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. And then also the other lobby, I was the last one alive, and I kept running Jason around, going in and out the window because I had seen somebody's body on the ground, so I ran to see what they had on the ground, what they dropped. Because when you die, you drop your stuff, so anybody can pick it up. So I got the health sprays, so if he broke the windows, I could heal myself.
Nice.
So I was running around cabin to cabin, and the guy wussed out and quit. He got everybody but one, and one person is the one that made him rage quit.
That's pretty bad.
That's weird.
There's a lot of that I've seen. Like sometimes when I try and play Halo, it's like one person. Like there's sometimes I've actually won entire matches because everyone in the lobby just quits.
Oh wow. I didn't know that happened on there too.
Oh yeah,
The
it's
rage quitters, I don't get it. See, I prefer to be a counselor, but when it's my turn to be Jason, I do my best and I do it.
yeah,
I remember way back in the beginning when I couldn't kill anybody. I remember when I used to have to slash people to kill people, but now I can just do the grab,
yeah.
kill. So yeah, I've gotten a lot better at the end. I'm maxed out at level 150 on the Switch, but I
Mm,
still need to level up on the Xbox because I don't play it on the Xbox as often.
mm.
But
Yeah, I saw your medals. You've pretty much well, in PlayStation talk they call it platinuming it because
mhm,
that's what you get when you get all your trophies is platinum.
right.
You've almost platinumed it. Yeah,
I'm trying.
you're kicking ass. Uh,
It's really fun. On Switch, it's different because there's the social aspect. Because I have a friend group that we play with. On Xbox, I don't socialize with people, so I'm there just to kill people or to run if I'm a
yeah,
counselor.
yeah. I used to have a pretty good sized friend group on Xbox, but that was back on the Xbox 360 when we used to play Halo, and it just isn't the same without actually having people that you know. When you're just playing against randoms, it's
Yeah,
never as fun.
no,
Yeah,
no.
but I know. Geez, the first time I went online, I played against someone. Because when we used to all play, our in real life friends would play Halo. I would dominate. I'd kill them all, just left and right. And
And we had one friend that would insist that he was better than you.
yeah, yeah, and he wasn't. But
No, sadly, no.
but then when I first started playing online, it was like, oh, I'm not very good. I'm not very good at this at all.
Yeah, I'm not the best at Friday the 13th either, but I play it to have a good time.
Yeah.
I think I'm sufficient.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, when I see you playing online, you're killing everyone almost,
yeah.
or getting away.
On Xbox, on Xbox primarily. I think I have when I'm in the friend group, I have a little bit of I don't want to kill this person, and it holds
well,
me back a little bit.
well, just
But it's just a game. I shouldn't feel that way. Neither should you feel that way.
yeah.
It's just a game. Nonetheless, I'm like sorry.
I think with the Switch, there it does have a bigger install base than the Xbox, so
It does has
I
bigger
can
base.
see why you probably get better matches on the Switch.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure how big the community is on PlayStation for Friday, but I
Tim
have
told me
seen.
that it pretty much died out when they closed down the servers.
Oh, okay, so
See, for the Switch, they had the servers. Well, actually, the servers are closed down, but we still. I haven't noticed much of a difference.
mm,
Uh, the it's fun.
yeah, hopefully they get the license thing figured out and they can.
Yeah, the big lawsuit.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
they just make another game with,
Oh, they're working on one. I don't know if it's out yet, but it's supposed to be Halloween,
ooh, that'd be cool.
based on Halloween, and from the same developers. That's the rumor that it's going to be Halloween themed. We don't know what the theme is yet, but that's what there's some higher up there that leak information to people,
Mm,
and they leaked that it was going to be Halloween themed.
that'd be pretty cool.
So yeah, that would
I
be.
can see how like running around the hospital trying to get away from him.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Michael is always right there on your heels. How are you ever going to get away?
Which is one thing I've always wondered. They never run. Like
Yeah, he always
the killers
walks.
never run. They just walk.
Well,
And
Jason can run in Friday the 13th. Well, some Jasons can't.
but in the movies,
Oh, really?
yeah, he's not like running after you. He's like walking slowly, methodically after you. And then he somehow always
He always
catches you.
catches you. Yeah, we even watched the remake,
Yeah,
the new one that was recent.
yeah.
and it still had a bit of that.
Yeah, which
I enjoyed the movie though.
I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah. I didn't hate it.
No, there were definitely some really bad Jason movies.
Yeah.
All those old like slasher movies, they always had some pretty bad ones.
But sometimes that's what makes them good.
Yeah.
Well, like, no one's gonna beat the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah, or the first.
I mean, with their follow-up Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yeah, it got really, really bad. Just the scene with him eating the eyeballs.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Or were they eyeballs? Or were they little heads?
I think they were little heads. I'm not sure what they are. It's been so long since I saw it.
It was gross.
But I looked at it and I thought it looked ridiculous to me. I thought this isn't the scary. When I was a little kid, Nightmare on Elm Street scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I was scared to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think I went to sleep with my mom when I watched it.
I'm going to admit something right now that I should not admit, that has shamed me for years, that I am not proud of. I don't know why it scared me as much as it did, but the movie that scared me the most as a kid was Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. But wasn't that movie made for kids?
I believe it was. But the troll that would turn the kids into little wooden dolls scared the crap out of me. I don't know why it was that much of an impact on me as a little kid, but I could not sleep. I was constantly checking under my bed for the trolls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it just scared the crap out of me. I could sit there and watch Hellraiser, no problem. Yeah, that was fine.
What about the Puppet Master? I always thought it was ridiculous. I was like, why don't you just step on them?
Kick them. They're small. Yeah. They're puppets.
They're tiny.
Set them on fire.
How are they?
Their nose were that big.
Yeah.
What could they really do? Yeah, it would hurt. It would hurt like a son of a bitch, but what could it really do?
Like stomp them. Stomp them.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie did not scare me at all.
No. I still watched them when I was younger.
I think everyone's gone through that phase where they just watch awful horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
See what other ones were there. I wasn't really scared by Chucky. Chucky was, again, he's small. What could he really do?
Yeah.
He did have a
my son
knife,
when he was younger was scared of Chucky.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So some people out there might be when they were little.
True.
Yeah, when they were little.
I think a lot of that is just people that are scared of little kids. Not really fair.
I enjoyed the Chucky movie. No.
Yeah. Oh, they were good movies. They were fun. The show. We watched a few episodes of that, and from what we saw, it was pretty decent.
Yeah, we didn't get to finish it because it's on my other DVR.
Yeah.
I need to hook that up.
Yeah, there's too many shows right now. Too many shows, not enough time. Especially with Elden Ring. Kind of hard to get anything done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work on Elden Ring.
Today
I looked up from my computer and giant hands were chasing him.
I don't know what the heck they were. Giant hands. I walked into this castle and I see this little hand walking around. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I remember these from Zelda. Little hand walking around. If you're not careful, it'll grab you, take you back to the beginning of the dungeon. I thought it was going to be a situation like that. I attack one of the little hands, and then two giant ones land behind me and just start flicking the crap out of me.
Well, maybe because you killed the baby hand.
I tried going in again and not attacking the little hand, and they still came down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't because
there goes that theory.
Yeah. Don't mess with the hands. I don't know what is up with Elden Ring and fingers and hands, but it's weird. Not that it's a problem. I'm enjoying it, but it gets brutal.
Yeah. Sometimes you lose a huge amount of runes and you're like,
Yeah,
and then you need to take a break.
it happened to me like 3 times today, where I was okay. Well,
You had more than 10,000 runes, I
I
think.
did,
Yeah.
and I lost them all.
Oh my gosh.
I went into I went back to that like hellscape that I had escaped because I'm a higher level now. I was like, okay, I can take things on over here now. I go in, I'm doing okay. I'm killing most of the enemies pretty easily.
Yeah,
And
you
then
were doing good today.
these
Yeah.
weird like millipede things that
But
like they have like long spears and they can like shoot like seeking like stingers at you.
oh, is that the one that's in the cave?
Yeah, and
Oh yeah.
oh god, I killed 2 of them. And I was like, sweet. I don't see any more of them around me. I thought the coast
Oh,
was
I saw
clear,
that. Yeah.
and I got it. I should have turned around. I should have went back to the grace point and upgraded, done something with my runes. But no, I thought to myself, I'm going to trudge on. I'm going to go further into the cave, which was a huge mistake.
Yeah, let that be a warning. Always go back to the grace point of grace and upgrade.
Yeah, use your runes as much as you can because when you lose them, it is devastating.
Yeah, it is because you work so hard for them.
Yeah, I went deeper into the cave. Another one came out and killed me. So I thought, okay, this will be. I'll just run, grab them, and run out. I'm just gonna, just try and do my best Sonic impression, make it up there, and run back.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and almost immediately I get killed. First time I was killed that quickly in that cave. And of course, it was when I was just trying to go get my stuff back.
Yeah, I saw that. I was there for that.
Yeah,
that was devastating.
Yeah.
I saw today a new one that I hadn't seen when you were playing, giant lobsters.
Oh my god, there's giant lobsters. And it was weird because I'd been through that area before a couple times. I hadn't seen them. And then all of a sudden one pops up and I kill it pretty easily. I get like in between its back leg and its body, and I just sit there and slash at it, and it couldn't hit me.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other one that I came across after that was just like instant kill.
Oh wow! Oh wait, what about the guy with the electric sword?
Oh yeah, God!
Looks like an electric or a lightning.
There was a guy with a
lightning
knight with a lightning sword. And he was wearing like gold armor. I was like, oh, that's some pretty sweet armor. And I thought just like the other night that I kept farming him. I kept, going back and killing him until I got his full armor set. I was like, I want that armor set. So I'm going to do that. Oh no, one hit kill. Just freaking devastated me. That lightning sword is no joke.
And if you saw the stream on Elden Ring yesterday, you'll remember we were talking about the guy with the hands, the pots for hands.
Yeah, it was they're like weight hands. Like
he defeated him today.
Yeah, finally. It took me a couple tries, but
you got the necklace.
Yeah. And then what I got for the necklace wasn't very good. So
but you got the satisfaction of killing him finally.
Yeah, that I did.
Yeah.
I opened up a lot more of the map too. That map is huge. When you first start, you think the map is pretty big, but no, it gets so much bigger, It's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, it really is big.
Yeah, a lot like same thing with Breath of the Wild. When you first start, the map looks pretty reasonable, and then it just
looked daunting to me on Breath of the Wild at first. When you told me you have to get and over there, and I was like, oh man. So we did that, and you're like, No, there's a whole bunch over there and that. And that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh man. But it was satisfying to complete it.
yeah. I don't know how these developers make these giant games like this with so much detail. Also, going back to what we were talking about yesterday with the environmental storytelling, uh, I came across this one area. There, you'll find like these like wagons being pulled by the giants, and they're all being used by the soldiers because they have giant swords stabbed through their backs on the back, and so I take out the giant, and then I just follow a trail of soldier bodies. So he broke free, killed all the soldiers.
Oh, one of them did?
Yeah. So it's
Or that one that you killed did?
well, the one that I killed, he had obviously broken free because there was a trail of dead bodies behind him.
Well, rightly so. He was being used.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'm not faulting the giant. The giant did what it had to do.
Yeah.
But I just love how these types of things just tell you a story without telling you the story.
Yeah.
Like you put together what happened with what's surrounding it.
Yeah.
Which I find that to be much greater than just, reading a text box telling you something happened.
Right.
And then there's a treasure chest with a cool sword in it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And oh god, another area, I don't know what the hell was happening, but it was like lightning coming down. That was right before the place with the hands. I don't know who's doing that, but I need to find him and kill him because that's pretty bad. It's pretty devastating.
Yeah.
And just going back to the monster design, the monsters, the creatures, the armor design is just top notch. It's really some of the best that I've seen in any game ever.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember when you first got that feathered
Yeah.
What do you call it?
The feathered helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool, and then you got even cooler stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he's much farther along than I am. I started after him.
Yeah, I still totally need to go back and get that gold armor. Hopefully it's
good armor.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's higher level than what I'm wearing now. But
if not, it'll be worth money.
Yeah, probably.
Runes.
The armor I'm wearing now I shouldn't have because I was kill the guy.
Oh no. Which one?
Well, I didn't try to fight him. I wasn't wanting to fight him.
Was that the guy holding the book?
No, he wasn't holding the book. He was standing there. I don't know what he's even supposed to be for. But I was, fighting the Grim Reaper things, and they were popping up everywhere. And I was swinging at him, and I was next to him, and I swung, and I hit him, and he was like, "Oh, not having this." So he decided he was going to try and kill me, which he did several times. And I thought, well, what can I do to I need to get past here, and this guy keeps trying to fight me. But I thought he was an NPC. I thought he was a good guy. I had never aggravated one of these guys before, which apparently you can. Pretty much any of the NPCs you find in the world, if you attack them, they'll attack you. Didn't know that. I do now. But yeah, killed him, got his armor. Wasn't supposed to, but kind of glad I did now. One little issue I have with that armor is I don't like the little head that comes out of my chest. It looks weird.
Yeah. It does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a minor gripe.
And I figured out how to use magic because I didn't know how to in the first place. Apparently,
nice.
You can only use it if you have an item like a wand or like a finger ring, I guess, or a finger sling. I guess like a sling because you use it to throw fireballs and whatnot. Works pretty good against some enemies, and I can see how if you started off as a spellcaster class, how much easier the game would have been. Because with like just the very bare minimum in like faith and all that, uh, one fireball does quite a bit of damage.
I don't think my character would make it in there. I chose the bandit, so my stats were lower.
Yeah, you didn't have good stats for magic usage.
Yeah, but I will.
I'm still pretty much building my character towards melee and defense. I think I'm almost up to like 30 on strength, which one sword swing with my great sword does quite a bit of damage. I still need to figure out where I can go to farm the smithing stones. I found a guy who sells them. He's a blacksmith. He's a freaking giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
The guy, I was like, should I kill him?
The one with the book?
No, he didn't have a book. He was just like a giant guy, and he's standing in an anvil. He was over by where the hands attacked me.
Oh.
I don't think I want to fight him.
Not right now.
No, he has a giant hammer. I don't think that would work out well for me.
Giant hammer. Giant hammer sounds like a good weapon.
Not if it's being used. Well, yeah, it sounds like a very good weapon to use against me. But I keep seeing these videos with people playing, and they have like these giant swords. And I'm just wondering where to get one of those. Because I need some reach.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, but you'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
You're steady at it.
It's strange that it's like I'm playing, and I've opened up quite a bit of the map now. And I did see a picture of the whole map, and I still haven't gotten anywhere. Apparently, there's the main world map, and then there's an underworld map.
No way.
Yeah, so there's just like another map altogether.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't see how they fit all that in. Or who...
And it runs so smooth.
It does.
No load time. I don't notice a load time.
No. The only load time is when you're starting the game, and it's not even that long. It's like maybe 10 seconds at max. I still remember back when games, just last generation on the Xbox One and PS4, God, the load times were awful. The load times, especially into like Cyberpunk, were just, man, you could like, go read a book on it during those load times.
Those load times, man. I'm glad that Xbox S doesn't have them.
Yeah, it's
not for me yet. I haven't run into one that does.
The way the new consoles, all the new consoles have one. The PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, they use solid state drives instead of hard drives.
Oh, okay.
Which it just really kills the loading time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because
I'm glad I'm able to play on one of those.
Yeah, and I really do think that's what like the future like of video games is. Graphical increases. We're at the point of diminishing returns now. We aren't going to have like the jump we used to have from like the original Nintendo to the Super Nintendo, or the Super Nintendo to the N64. Or even like the PlayStation to the PlayStation 2. That era is done. The games, you can't really get that much better looking. Like,
yeah, Elden Ring looks really good.
Yeah, the frame rate in this game is phenomenal.
You can see all the blades of grass.
Yeah.
And everything. It's
the frame rate's great. And this is a game that people have said doesn't look good.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like it's not colorful enough? Or
well, they complain about
because I was impressed by the flowers in the grass. I guess I'm easily impressed.
Well, here's the deal with it. Okay, when you're looking at the games, you can't compare a game that is a linear game that isn't this big to a game that's this big.
Right.
Because just the scope of the game itself, it takes so much more to build this world. And also, I don't see any load time when I'm traversing the land. So, like with Breath of the Wild, if you can see it, you can go there. And in Breath of the Wild, from time to time, you would hit like an area where it would like slow for a second and then go back. And I believe that was a loading area.
Oh.
So it would load the next area. But
I didn't even notice that when I was playing.
With this, it's just buttery smooth the whole time.
It is, because I remember when I got games for my son's PlayStation for Christmas, and he had to wait for updating or something.
Yeah, the updates.
Yeah.
But going back to what I think the future of like the video games are, with like PCs, most PC guys aren't talking about like better graphics. They're talking about better frame rate, which better frame rate always means better performance, because the game will perform better because it won't jitter, it won't like stutter.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing, like if there's a lot of stuff going on, you've probably played games where there's a lot of stuff going on and it just slows down.
Yeah.
That's poor frame rate.
Oh. What I like about it is you bought the game, but I can sign in with my Xbox profile on your Xbox and play the game.
Yeah.
And I don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
Because it's the family.
Yeah. We have our consoles set up as a family of systems, so we can share the games to our systems, which that's another thing that a lot of people have complained about with, physical media starting to dwindle, which I don't feel good about, but I understand that it's going that way, especially with like the PS5 digital and the Series S, not being able to even use a disc if you had a disc.
Right.
And you do have a lower cost, which is part of the reason why we got the Series S's, because they're cheaper. Mine though was a gift. My mom and my brother got it for me for my birthday last year.
And I got my son one for Christmas.
Yeah. And but first off, they're available. That's the biggest thing. They're available everywhere. Like
we got what was available.
Yeah, you can go into a Best Buy right now and just say, "Can I get a Series S?" and they have them. I went into Target; they had Series S's.
I'm not going to pay a shark.
Oh hell no!
$2,000 for a system.
Hell no. But you can go into any electronics store and buy a Series S. You can't get an Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. Not even the PlayStation 5 digital right now.
I just ordered it off of Amazon.
Yeah. So,
they have deals if you use your Amazon rewards card too. There's no interest, and you can pay in payments if that's a problem.
Yeah.
I know they always offer it because I see it offered.
Yeah. And I remember when the Series S first came out, I was skeptical of, the performance it would have. And, because...
No, I'm loving it.
Oh, me too. It's a lot less powerful than... Well, not a lot less. But it is less powerful than the Xbox Series X and the PS5. But my brother has a Series X. And...
He does?
Yeah.
How do you get it?
He sat there every day just trying to order it.
Oh, wow. On Amazon?
No, through all the websites.
Oh, wow.
He had multiple devices out just trying to order them, and finally he got one.
Oh, wow.
Through Best Buy, actually.
Oh, nice.
But, it's a lot of work just to get one. And I've seen the games on my Series S compared to his Series X, and I gotta say, I don't see a difference. I'm sure if I had, if we both had 100-inch TVs. But
that's awesome that he was able to get an Xbox
yeah, definitely.
X.
And
happy for him.
Yeah, and
that's cool.
And the biggest part about that is, as a matter of fact, it has a disk drive.
Yeah.
And maybe
So for the people that want their physical copies, I know because I own a Switch. I like my physical copies of the games instead of downloads. I do download a few things here or there, independent games or
I
whatnot,
started.
but I like the physical copies of my little cartridges. I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people like to have the physical media, which I would definitely be 100% behind physical media. If when you bought the disc or you bought the cart, that if everything was on it, if the game was actually on it, I would be 100% behind it. But the matter of fact that you buy a disc and then you have to get like a 30 to 40 gig patch to put the actual game on your console.
Really?
Yeah, it means that that disc is useless. If those servers go down, which they eventually will, they always do, your disc is a coaster. That's bottom line. If you don't have internet access, you can't use that disc. It's not like it used to be where, you could just put the disc in and play it off the disc. No.
So you need to connect to
yeah, you have to have an internet connection to download the rest of the game.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and that's how it is on all the consoles.
Are you talking about the PS5 and the Xbox X?
And the Switch and the Xbox One and the PS4.
What does the Switch do?
Well, the Switch, most of the games you have, like the Nintendo published ones, they'll have the game on there. Like the Mario games, the Zelda games, those are all good. But if you buy like Resident Evil, we bought Resident Evil Revelations. One game was partially on the cart, and the other game was a download. So
I remember I downloaded Resident Evil 4 just to replay it because I have played through that game hundreds of times back in the day. And on the Switch, it's not worth playing. It was horrible. I deleted it.
Here's the thing. You played on the Wii with the motion controls, and I gotta say, the Wii version of Resident Evil 4
with the, what was that thing called?
The nunchuck.
Yeah, with the nunchuck and the
waggle wand. Those worked great. It was great for Resident Evil because Resident Evil 4 had tank controls still. Like it still wasn't like a normal third-person adventure game. You still had, you press forward to walk forward, and then you had to. It was still kind of clunky. I have seen gameplay of Resident Evil 4 on the Oculus Quest 2, and it looks phenomenal. Playing it in VR, it looks great. And I need to try it, but I don't have a Quest 2. I have a Quest 1, which, looking back at it now, was a very poor investment because I got it. Then a few weeks later, they announced the Quest 2.
I really enjoyed that spacewalk.
Oh yeah.
Game that you showed
there's a International Space Station.
It's really awesome
simulator, and it's a free game.
I felt like, oh my god, I'm flooded. I need to grab onto something.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, until they put the entire game on the disc or the cartridge, it's useless. So to say that your disc or your cartridge has any use, it doesn't. And also, when you play the game, it doesn't play it off of the disc. It has to download everything that's onto the disc onto the system.
Well, my cartridges just go in every once in a while. There'll be an update.
Yeah,
there's still updates for Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
and they're short. They're like a minute long.
Yeah,
they're really short. Not like back in the day.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how it is with the PlayStation because I don't have the PS5 yet because I freaking can't get one.
Yeah.
And
those sharks have created quite.
It's bad. And the PS3 to the PS4, nothing was backwards compatible because the architecture of the two consoles was just so different. You still can't even get downloadable games from the PS3 on the PS5 because it was just so difficult to make games for. Yeah. But with the Xbox, I can download games that I got on the Xbox 360. If I had bought it on the Xbox 360,
That's really cool.
I can download it on my Xbox Series S.
That's awesome.
It from this when they made Xbox Live on the Xbox 360.
I should have continued with my old account, but I made a new account.
Yeah. But yeah, it like the way they do it is just so good. So to me, I don't need a disc drive because the next console I get, I can just download all my games that I ever bought.
That's pretty cool. If they continue to do so,
yeah,
like that.
Which I don't see them stopping doing that. It works and people love it. Like that's the one biggest thing with like the. Well, I'm not sure if they can do that with PS4 to PS5. I'm sure they can. But the matter of fact, I can go back all the way back to my 360 and get all my 360 games that I own that I downloaded, which I downloaded a few, but even my game saves are still there.
That's pretty cool.
When I booted up Mass Effect 3, I got the version off of EA Play. I do have the Legendary Collection because freaking love Mass Effect. Greatest game series ever made in my mind.
Yeah,
except for the ending of Mass Effect 3. Still not happy with that. But I can use my game save from my Xbox 360 for Mass Effect on my Xbox Series S.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Which is great because it continues, through the games.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on the Legendary Edition. Well, it didn't back when I got the Legendary Edition. It might now. You never know. But it's really the best thing to me, and that I think that's the progression we're going to start seeing. It's going to be the frame rate. It's going to be the load times disappearing. It's going to be the backwards compatibility getting better. I think that's where we're going with games. It's not going to be how much more visually stunning can it get? Like, yeah, ray tracing is great, but it's not game changing. I would rather have better frame rate than ray tracing, but I don't
know what you're talking about right now.
Ray tracing is lighting effects, like realistic lighting effects.
Okay, gotcha.
NVIDIA, the company who pretty much made ray tracing, they proved the moon landing was real with ray tracing.
Oh, really?
Because they got, they used dust from the moon and found out how reflective it was.
Oh, wow.
They got the reflective capabilities of the parts on the shuttle or the lunar lander, and they put it all into a recreation. And then they made the sun and they put it the same distance from the moon on the day of the moon landing, and the shadows matched.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's so awesome. They were able to prove the moon landing was real.
Nice.
With ray tracing, because everyone says, "Oh, the shadows are
the
wrong."
Conspiracy theorists.
Yeah. But yeah, with ray tracing, it was able to be proven that it was real.
Nice.
Which ray tracing, when you see it, it does look really good. But a lot of games have found ways to make good looking lighting effects that look really, really great. But little things like reflections aren't quite as good. Because usually in a game, if you see your reflection, like in a mirror, what that mirror actually is an open window to another room that's exactly the same, mirroring your character moving around.
Oh.
That's how they do mirrors.
Oh.
Yeah, because but ray tracing actually gives you a reflection. So that may be a good way of explaining how ray tracing works.
Yeah. But back to the games. What's your... do you think you're gonna play Friday?
I think I will.
You're gonna... have time for a while because you're on Elden Ring.
True.
But Friday the 13th is really fun.
Yeah. I'd like to try sometime with the. I don't know. Your friends are too good. I don't think I'd want to play with them.
Yeah, they're kind of experts. They're awesome.
But yeah, it's something I definitely want to get into because it looks. You seem to have a hell of a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, and playing with friends is best.
Yeah. I don't have any friends. No,
I just got lucky with a friend group.
Yeah, for so many years, it's just been too much work, and I haven't been able to play a lot. But finally, we're getting into a place where we aren't watching quite as much TV, and we're playing more video games.
Yeah, I think C19 stopped me from watching so much TV.
Yeah.
And more YouTube and games.
Yeah. Which watching stuff on YouTube usually leads you into games because there's so much gaming stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which, I was sad when G4 went away back when it did. I tried watching the new G4. It's not the same. Adam Sessler's still cool, but it's just not. It's not the same. And G4 had gone downhill pretty quickly there at the end. I liked it back when it first started. And they had
when they had
stuff.
Arrested Development on it was when it was still good.
Yeah, but quickly after Arrested Development came on, which I loved Arrested Development, but it had nothing to do with video games.
No, but it was on there, and I had it on G4.
Yeah.
And that came on, and I was like, oh, I'm going to change it. And then I was like, wait a minute.
This show's freaking awesome.
This is funny. And I continued, and it got better and better.
Yeah. But back when it first started, they actually had a bunch of video game created stuff, which it also kind of got me to know who Tommy Tallarico was, which was probably a mistake. He's a shyster.
Oh.
Yeah.
A shyster?
Yeah.
Oh.
The stuff with the Intellivision Amico isn't good.
Oh. I loved my aunt had an Intellivision, and I would play her old Intellivision, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then my mom bought me a Nintendo.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on though with how they took in investor money.
My friend's been telling me about it.
Yeah, they took investor money, paid out bonuses, and they're a year. They still don't have a console. They still don't have one. They still don't have a UI.
Weren't they? But didn't they show a console?
They have a shell.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a shell.
They have a prototype. They haven't. Okay, the game. They have physical. It's not physical media. It's a physical product for games, which is a RFID card that you swipe above your console, and then it downloads the game. Which, by the way, has been proven that you can actually steal the game with a cell phone.
Oh no!
That's awesome. So if you go into a place that's selling these, and you have your cell phone near, and you have the program to read RFID tags, there's no security on them. You can.
But you're not going to be carrying around your RFID tags in your purse.
But if you're
or in your wallet,
say you're at GameStop and you're looking at games, you haven't opened the game. You buy it. You walk outside.
I'm gonna make sure no one's near me. Back off.
Get this. You buy it. You walk outside. You put your phone to it. You take the RFID code. You take it back in. It's still sealed. Say, oh, you know what? Actually, I want to return this. There's no way for them to know that you did it.
Well, don't give people bad ideas about stealing products. That's what you just did.
It's pretty.
No tips to get people to steal video games.
Well, that's if they ever
support the game companies because they keep us happy.
I'm not supporting Intellivision. and Tommy Tallarico. That's for damn sure.
I know.
He's a crook.
Yes, that's what you told me. I have fond memories of Intellivision games.
Part of the investment that they got was actually from the German government.
So who cares where they get
So the German
from?
taxpayers have paid for this console.
Oh, well, hopefully they get their money's worth.
They won't.
Well, hopefully somebody can salvage it.
Hopefully. Tommy's no longer the CEO of the company.
Let's hope there's a better future for Intellivision, because I sure hope so, because I did enjoy my Intellivision back in the day. It was my entryway into video games. That's why my mom bought me a Nintendo.
Yeah. What they should have done, they should have just made a plug and play console with some, revamped Intellivision games with, nicer looking graphics, and called that the Intellivision Amico.
Yeah, Space Armada and all of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Instead of creating this console.
The original Burger Time. Because the Intellivision's Burger Time is the best.
The original Burger Time is not an Intellivision product. It's not made
by Intel. But the Burger Time that's on the Intellivision is agreed that it's the best one. It looks the best out of the ones. Oh, and Kool-Aid Man was another. It sounds silly, but Kool-Aid Man was a fun game on Intellivision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all we can really talk about tonight. Starting to get late, and
I
want to try and kill some hands before I go to bed.
And giant monsters?
Well, actually, I think I'm going to get my ass handed to me.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope it goes well.
It won't. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for stopping by and watching. We appreciate it.
Stay safe and stay away from the hands.